Hello and welcome to another Near Running Cast. As always, my name is Johno and I'm joined once again by Joey. How are you doing, Joey?
Not too bad, thank you.
So we're in the final round of Swiss now of the UK Nationals, which took place at the UK Games Expo in Birmingham. And we have on top table, near the top table, on the left we have Tom Edwards, who's kind of local. He plays an Aldershot a lot, playing his Andromeda deck. And on the right we have Stuart Taylor, who I've not played before and had not met before this day, playing his NEH deck. Just out of interest, did you get the opportunity to play either of these guys on the day?
No, I don't think I played either of these on the day. I mean, there were so many people at this tournament.
Yeah, it's
the
unlikely.
chance of matching against anyone was so slim, even if you were around about the same place.
But you've played Tom since...
I've played Tom quite. I've played him before this as well.
Oh, you've played before
yeah,
this?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
The year before regionals and stuff, he burnt my house down a few times.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was running punitive way before it was cool.
They do that in Aldershot, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this Andy deck is kind of interesting, maybe, but it's a fairly standard NEH deck. It's so it'd be interesting to see how. So you mentioned before we start recording, this is a bit of a throwback to the old school days.
Yeah, exactly. Andy versus NEH, but Tom doesn't know right now whether it's fast advance or kill. Right? So Butcher Shop is definitely a deck at this point.
Butcher Shop is around, yeah.
And so you have to be a little bit wary, and you have to be very fast to work that out because you play so differently against both. So he has to work that out, but and then he can start executing his plan. But I think it's a good matchup for Tom.
Yeah, I mean it could be. So we got sweeps from NEH by the way, which is an incredible first turn, of course, against Andy and double ice. So that was a great start. He mulliganed into actually, Andy set up a Desperado and he's got Katie firing as well with Dirty Laundry as well. So decent economy from both sides. And turn 2 we get 2 remotes from NEH. So I guess what we're thinking economic acid.
But again,
one's going to be a Sansan, right? And one's
Sansan pad campaign,
not
maybe,
to count or something, something like that. It could be a naked Astro, what do you reckon? Check remotes though, right? So check on RNG, just a pop-up, but text.
That's huge, because that tells them it's fast.
Because that's a lot of influence, or at least that's a decent amount of influence.
I mean, you have 2 spare influence in Butcher Shop, essentially, once you have all the kill pieces.
You need to put in a lot of bits.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
you get 2 influence, which could be Architect.
It could be,
but
not super
it's
likely,
not normal.
Is it?
It's not a normal thing. So that's enough, I think, for Tom to say go for it now, and that's he's a smart enough kid to know that means he can go for it. I know he saw me Resin Eli when playing against my NEH, and he went, "You're faster bard to win crazy." And that's just one influence he saw. He was like, "Okay." So he makes that call pretty early.
I think I might put one of Eli into my Butcher
Shop deck. Yeah.
Let's throw him off. Okay, so it's pack campaign and Sunset. We're pretty good at this.
Yeah.
And the first Astro is out already, so that's a really good advantage already for NEH. I mean, he's got a Red Sansan on the table with no Astro script, so if he's getting agendas, he can start walking them out.
I like how he's
got
check
response
here.
to this.
I mean, he's 5 credits, so he needs to make him 4. See if he's got any more in hand.
So we just trust Sansan straight away, which is.
Has to happen.
Yeah, I get it.
It's one cheaper with Desperado.
Sure, so he trash for 4, basically, and so he puts and he clicks Katie as well. But it's kind of I don't know. Would you consider checking R&D for a credit? I mean, you're giving a credit to NEH, but you can check he's not top decking.
It's free for him with Desperado. You're giving a credit to them.
So install Silencer, so that straight away gives us an idea of what his breaker suite is going to be.
Yeah, which is actually not great against. I mean, how much? You don't see that much sentries in an NEH deck. Well, I mean, you need to be break Architect.
He's seen Architect, so he's going to need, assuming he's got Switchblade, he's going to need 2 stealth credits.
Yeah.
Just to break Architect, which is quite annoying, but yeah.
But then what will happen is he'll get that all down, and then he'll just never resonate.
Maybe you're right.
It's free.
Unless you can stack them or something, yeah.
I mean, there's not enough sentries to really stack them like maybe Blue Sun can. Or...
Yeah, you don't expect a lot, do you?
So all of those cards designed just for breaking sentries are not going to really get used too much in this matchup.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But you need to turn Architect off.
So we've got second dice on R&D. Architect seems like a fair one to put on R&D. And installing a new server. Meanwhile, Andy's going to check remotes.
Using credits for click counters. That's a bit
confusing. Yeah. So it's Cyberdex. He trashes it. I mean, you can't think there's any issues with clot or fast or anything like that. But he's going to have.
He's got data suckers, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's going to have data suckers. That's probably it, actually.
Yeah,
but it'd be annoying to leave it on the table and have it res when you don't want it.
Yeah, have him fire it just as
he also trashed the pad campaign, so he's kind of just about getting the economy up, but he's pressuring NEH quite a lot, which I think I like. Pressuring the assets. Yeah. Second silencer, so that's good. So architect is not an issue, assuming he can get Switchblade down.
He's a blacklist. Just think about installing. It's not going to do a lot, apart from maybe same old things like.
It's not going to do a lot against criminal. Yeah, it's events against criminal, isn't it? More than programs.
But he installs it for draw. Might cause Tom a click to check it.
Maybe. No, it's Jackson. No, it's Jackson. Yeah. So he's looking for. He already actually has an Astro, but I guess he's looking for the pieces to continue out. He also has HQ. Is that a sign? Maybe not. I mean, it's against a criminal, so
yeah,
you can't under defend HQ.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think.
Having said that, he's going to breakers, so I mean, Tom could start face checking with Andy.
He's scared to run because he's seen the architect. So
that's true. Yes.
He doesn't want to bring.
And that'll bring Sand back.
Trash Sand back. Like it's really not. I mean, it's almost a whole free turn for the corp if you get that.
Yeah, you're right.
And so he's probably too scared. He's got 2 silencers up though. He's going to sort of switchblade, and then I think he starts running.
So it's run on HQ. So just pop up stop.
And then maybe a wraparound or something on the inside.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, could be. I think it's a man run. Could be.
Against criminals, you tend to try and get an enemy run down there.
He's thinking about.
Maybe it's an architect.
He's thinking about not resing it. I guess he wants to score. Oh, so it's a wraparound, I guess. So he also wants to be able to score out the Astro next turn. Yeah, so he can still afford it.
It also means he can't afford the architect now, so he can do a check on R&D.
Yes, that's true.
Maybe that's what he was thinking about.
Maybe.
But he only gets one, so
he's running Jackson, and Stuart starts to. No, he doesn't use Jackson. I'm sorry. So he lets Tom trash it. I guess if you've got nothing, there's going to be sands and things in your deck. A lot of people just fire Jackson just because they can, but actually, costing the runner 3 credits is not. It's not that bad, especially if they go down to 2. So he's installed Data Sucker, so you're quite right. So now we might see Blacklist. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Now we might see Cyberdex come down if he's got another one sitting around.
Yeah, maybe. I think he scores the Astro here.
I expect so, yeah.
But then he also wants to build a Res Architect. Otherwise, he's going to build up Data Sucker counters.
Yes. Okay, so shipment with Astro counters. Okay, so you can score out the Astro and still keep 3 credits.
So you can run. Tom can run R&D once. The pop-up credit means he can't run again. Architect will come live.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. The pop-up will obviously give him the money he needs. So I guess you might not expect multiple runs on R&D anyway, but. Yeah. So.
That's what he sees.
Definitely a strong advantage. He can only have 3 credits, but he's got 4 points and an Astro counter, so you'd say Stuart's in a very good position here.
He still can't deal with that architect until he has another credit, so.
Just needs another the final Astro or even a Beal at this point is fine, because presumably he's got to be breaking news to make up the spare point. So it's going to stall for the draw. What about Andy's position here? What do you do? I mean, I guess you're worried about this, what you assume is an architect, so do you worry about trying to get a Sentry Breaker or I guess a Switchblade or maybe even a Mimic if there's like one each?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, he needs to get Switchblade down and then just up the pressure. I mean, he's got a lot of money on KT, NEH isn't too rich.
Yeah.
It's a pity you don't, as an Anarch, you need to stop this pop-ups, because otherwise he's never have to hit the credits again, but he can't parasite them, so, so that's annoying. Just keeps building up. He's playing quite a slow game. I don't know if he's got time to do
maybe
this.
he's just waiting for the bits, but NEH can move fast when it needs to.
He's drawing an extra card every turn with his ability, and he's got enough credits now to just wait to see the agendas. You need to get some sort of R&D lock on here. I don't know if he runs R&D interface.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you need, against NEH nowadays, you need some kind of R&D pressure. So whether it's I wouldn't be surprised if there's say 2 R&D interfaces in his deck, or even Maker's Eyes. Somewhat, well, that's less likely.
So Stuart knows that he needs to check. R&D is where he's going to lose this game now. He hasn't got any agendas in hand.
Yeah, that's right.
So
he's
forcing him to find
yeah.
2 breakers now before he can really start pressuring R&D.
Yeah.
Which is great. Which is going to give him the time to find the agendas first and get that, use that Astro counter and hopefully.
I feel like if you're Stuart here, you can kind of be slow with things. So you don't want to face check a crit though, because now what we're going to get Sansan, presumably, or I mean, it depends how much he feels he needs the fast advance.
Almost more importantly, he's going to get a draw.
Could be a Jackson as well. Yeah, that's right. He's going to get a draw from that. So it is Jackson, okay, which means that'll help him find the bits he needs. I mean, you can kind of play slow as Stuart here, because you can just build up credits. Presumably he's got biotics as well, so you can just take credits, hit 7, and then
purge happens.
So there's a Cyberdex in there as well, which is a good point. So so he loses the thing.
Yeah, it's hard against decks like that with so much Cyberdex right now. Just being able to run archives for deck sector tokens is no longer a thing.
So you wonder why he ran archives? Do you think he was trying to flush out the Jackson he believed might be on the table? I mean, there's not really any reason.
I think maybe he forgot the Cyberdex was there, and he also
thought there might be
wanted to, make him a little bit poorer, so that the R&D was an easier target, maybe.
Maybe. So he runs the Jackson and trashes it.
Only 2 credits because Despot.
Yeah.
I like a run on R&D here, making.
No, you're quite. Actually, the reason you ran archives is probably because you got a credit and counter from it. You just forgot the Cyberdeck, so maybe that was it. It was just trying to compress credit clicks, I guess. So okay, so an NEH draw. So he's getting through. He's drawing well as NEH does. So you feel like it's only a matter of time.
That's huge. That's 7 credits for NEH. It's a huge amount of money.
Yeah, you feel like it's only a matter of time before he gets the next agenda, right? So he's got a boss and an Astro, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm assuming he's got 2 breaking news kicking around to.
But he could even biotic out the Astro, make himself incredibly poor, but it would mean that.
Or he could walk out the Astro and then.
Still have one Astro
and then still have one counter to score out through 2. Yeah, you don't need 2
money.
counters unless you want to draw to score. So the pressure's definitely on for Tom here.
Got a load of money on Katie. Yeah. I think he needs to clear that, get breakers down,
and
pressure.
Install the breakers, which he hopefully has, and then hit R&D, I guess. I mean,
he must not have them.
We don't know what this first remote is. Oh no, is that the blacklist?
It wasn't a count siphon. So
you could siphon if you can't get through the wraparound.
So. Yeah, if he had a Corroder, then that would be great.
I feel like I don't know, of course, but I feel like Tom's actually stronger for breakers at this point. He hasn't even. We haven't seen special order even, so it may be that he's just quite breaker light, Ghost Runner. So more clues that he's got a stealth rig, but he hasn't got the pieces on the table. So
he's got special order in hand.
If he
had the Corroder already, like. The siphon was live there.
Oh, it has got special order in hand, you're right. So we could have got the Corroder, presumably. I'm assuming it is a Corroder. What else would it be? Okay, so we get a rest from Blacklist just in case. Not sure why that is. Installing shipment to walk out the Astro. Okay, so we've got 1 credit left.
The train has
that is Astro train all the way.
Yeah.
6 points from 3 Astros, yeah. So that is it, and he's got a Beal in hand, you can see it, so... not a lot. You've
got to assume this is not a good situation.
Unless he can snatch it from HQ, which he could try.
He's got an R&DI in hand, so if he can get the R&DI down, try and get some sort of lot going. But he just doesn't have not enough clicks. Like
you've got to get that specific wheel. I guess maybe you want to get him, but even still, he only needs 2 credits to score out, and he could have another shipment from Sunset. It is very thematically appropriate that 1 Astro came from Sansan City Grid, and the other 2 came from shipment from Sansan. Yeah. So. He's definitely got a theme with his deck. Okay, so we do get a special order. So let's find out what he's going to get. I kind of assume it's going to be Corroder and he's going to go on HQ. No, it's Switchblade. Okay, so presumably he's going to hit R&D, assuming there's an Architect.
I just think that at the end of that, there's going to be a Quandary or something at the end of that stack, and
he's going to bounce. Or another wraparound or anything, right? Any non-Sentry. I mean, so I assume that there is an architect in there.
He's just won't res now.
He can just not res it. Yeah, that's right. He can res the other thing. It's better than face checking it, I guess. But
you face check an architect.
It doesn't matter. And he's only going to access one card, so I mean, just let him in, to be honest. Save his money. So he doesn't. Eli, and that's exactly, yeah. So he can't get past it, obviously. Yeah, so he's just gonna. He's got the bill, so he's just gonna. So yeah, it's there it is. So that's really tough from Tom. I feel like he just didn't get. He didn't come together. He didn't get the breakers. He had the special order for maybe for a little while. I don't know how long he had it, but it's strange. I feel like maybe you should check HQ. He kind of never ran it again. He hit the wraparound and then never ran it again. But I feel like
there was barely anything there. Like anything that was there went out. Like,
that's it. Stuff does go out, but
he needed to get the R&D lock. But
I feel like you've got to check. I mean, it's not like he'd been sitting around. Like when he started Jacksoning for stuff, then you're like, okay, he's definitely trying to get agendas here. So you might guess that he's got the bits. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
If he uses the special order a little bit earlier, gets the switchblade down with his 2 stealth credits, he can every turn run R&D. Click.
3 Eli.
Pay a credit which he gets back, so it's entirely free.
Just for stealth. 3 clicks though, but yeah, I know what you mean.
But
if you've got an R&D interface,
it means he can do it every turn.
Slightly better, yeah.
Sees 2 cards. Really forces NEH to slow down, get something more onto R&D, move stuff about a bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Like that's possible. You need to get pressure on somewhere that's gonna force them to react, because the pressure just didn't come. But it's also incredibly late in the day and a stressful time of the tournament.
That's true.
Well.
Yes, I feel like I just feel like it didn't work for him, to be honest. I can't criticise him for the game because the NEH just worked. Like everything arrived in exactly the right order, exactly the right time. I mean, it was well piloted. Don't get me wrong, but it sometimes, and I know that James, occasional co-commentator of these casts, will hate that I'm going to say it, but sometimes NEH is just easy. It's just easy to win because sometimes it just happens. Right?
The cards come in the right order, then that happens.
Get the Astros and they come out in order. You get the San, like So it's difficult to hit the pressure because the agendas move around so quickly and they don't stay in the same place for long enough for you to build up. So it's really difficult to pressure now. So I feel like that was just a kind of one of those inevitable NEH wins. Sometimes they are. Yeah.
It's worth noting both these players in round 7 of Swiss are both 10-2.
Yes, that's right.
The weird thing about this tournament is everyone was talking all day about what's going to make the cut. What's going to make the cut.
Yeah.
No one knew. Because 150,
there were so many people
players,
that it was really hard to work out.
Top 16 cut. Like, no one had anything to really compare to what would make the cut. Like, some people were saying, like, 8-4, maybe a 9-5, 10-4, maybe a 9-5. But some people were saying, no, it needs to be 11-3. And no one was really sure.
So, I guess what's certain is that if you only had 3 losses, you'd be okay.
So 3 losses would be fine.
So Stuart feel good now, yeah.
But Tom definitely wasn't sure going into this game what happens.
Yeah, he'd feel very worried in this game. So anyway, so we'll see the next game, and he'll feel like he has to win to confirm. Obviously, it depends so much on the results around him that he can't possibly know. But yeah, so so the reverse game we were going to have, which is Tom is playing his RP against Stuart's Rainer. This is quite an interesting game because it's headlocky. I mean,
what other Rainer
that's
is there?
Yeah. I don't know a lot about the kind of headlock archetype.
Well, I was playing headlock on the day as well. So,
okay, sure. That's right. You're a wizard.
Headlock wizard. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was it's an archetype that's got really big actually, like really popular. Yeah. There's quite a lot of it. And it's just awful to play against. Yeah. That's why. It's just you just crush your opponent.
Christian Gill on HQ, you win the game. Yeah. That's what you need to know.
Okay. That's good to know. I will remember that. Okay, all right. HQ, got it. Okay, so I don't think it's like just all out headlock, but it certainly is. There's a definite denial strategy there, and it's quite interesting. It's quite an interesting game actually. And Tom's obviously got his RP, which I think is a fairly common RP, like pretty standard. RP.
Sure, yeah, it's RP. He's, I think, at high as a Wayland player, but he knew RP was the deck that he needed to bring if he wanted to do well today.
That's it, yeah. Okay, so, so we're going to have that in our next video. So thank you, Joe, for helping me out.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching, and we'll see you then.